All right. Good morning, pure structure traders. Today is May 7th, 2021. Today we'll be going over S&P 500, gold, and also pulling up oil for you guys for a little bit of some levels. I'll be giving you some of the major levels. Wendy will be going over some of her minor levels on S&P, and then I'll go over some of the levels on gold and also oil for you guys. For those who like these videos, please go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. For those who are and watch these videos, thank you very much for doing that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to pop them in here on YouTube. We would love to get back to you guys. But with that said, guys, let's go ahead and hop into it. For S&P 500, got some main levels. Want to actually put up one more here real quickly. We got a main level here, top level at about 42.1350 as resistance. You can see price hit one of our measured levels of 42.0750, and looks like we're coming back down a little bit. Got a nice rejection off that level. And maybe we come back down into these 41.9250s. I got a support right down at that level. Below that, got another support at 41.84 and then 41.76 has some supports underneath, but definitely gonna have to see what the market gives us here. But I'm gonna pass this over to Wendy. She'll give you guys some of the minor levels she got, and then we'll go over gold and also oil as well.
Wonderful. Hey, Dave, how are you? Good morning, everybody. So much to talk about, a lot of movement. Pre-market was moving, which is great. So it looks like we're going to have a lot of trading opportunities at the US session. Bullish, no doubt about that. Dave spelled out the major levels, and now I get to talk about our little powerful micro levels. It's fun hunting for them, and you guys are getting really good at finding them. So let's start at the bottom because that's where we start. 4157.50 is peak number one. Market hovered, went way up, popped up with purpose, but didn't come right down to it to the tick, which is what I like to see. So I'm going to keep that area marked just in case. Peak number two, 4174.75. It came above, well, the market just shot right above it and didn't even bother to come back down. Okay, yeah, so the market shot way above 74.75, but didn't come back down to use it as support. So that's another level I'm going to keep marked. Peak number three, 4180.25 or 25.50, that area. We had one little baby rotation above it for the bounce up, but it didn't pop up with a purpose and then come back down and just bounce off of it like a trampoline. So I'm going to keep that level marked too. So I've got three levels that are still marked. Peak four, significant, 4204. Look what happened. The market went above it and it came down to it. It slipped below it a little bit, but it's in that general area. It created the double bottom. And then went up to the 42, 11, 12 area. I'm going to consider that market used for London, but it's marked again. And then look what happened pre-market. That's where I took my first long because it came right back down to that area again, created a wicked candle. Where did I take profit? Now, this is very interesting. I took profit at our fifth peak. Is it five? Yeah, fifth peak, 4206.75. Why is that marked? Well, it's a peak. Also, it is the neck of a double bottom that was created from the 4204 area. So that is significant. That is why I took profit there. And look what happened. We've got some rotations below it. It looks weak. Market probably wants to drop down to one of Dave's major levels. So there we have our peaks. We are all locked and loaded for S&P, and we are ready to make some money today. Dave, we're ready for gold and oil.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and pop into it. All right, guys, we had some pretty significant movement on gold. We did pop above one of our major targets, which was our measured move, right at about 1826 even. We kept climbing from there. We had resistance at 37.9 and then just kept continuing to climb to 39.5 and then above that right into 1843.8. So you can see price did make a move right back down. We tried to pop back up a little bit, and you can see we're underneath a clean level of about 32.7. If price can stay underneath 32.7, we're going to see if the market try to move down into some other levels. One being these 26s, next one being 1822.7 right down here. Really want to see if the market can actually pull down into that level and hold the support. Maybe right here. This is going to be a little bit more of a cleaner level for support for these buyers to try to come in and press the price right back up. But again, we did have a nice amount of bullish movement during the London session, even before that. So just be a little bit careful. We may have a lot of volatility on gold if it's too fast for you all as it moves around. Just wait till it slows down. It gives you some opportunities from your levels. Again, volatility is great, but you got to know how to trade it. So you just want to be careful you don't get yourself caught up in the movement that moves too quickly. Just make sure you trade your process and your levels on that one. With that said, underneath gold, we are gonna look for 1816.5 underneath that level of 22.7, and then below that 1813.2 as another level of support. So we'll see if the market gives us that. But first area we're going to look for is either 26 or 22.7 as the support. You can look for the short from 32.7, but I honestly think the short back up here is going to be a little bit better. 37.9 to about 39.5 as the level of resistance. So we'll see what the market gives us on gold. Let's take a look at oil for you guys real quickly. I know a lot of you guys like to trade oil, so we'll pop that up for you guys. Got some levels. Right now, we had a level of support that had nice support right off of it, which is going to be these 64.52s. But you can see we're reacting as resistance. So as long as we stay up underneath this level of 64.52, we are going to look to see if the market can reach another target, which is going to be a little bit down here. You can see a nice level here at 63.91. If we can get below that level, then we're going to look for some other targets, which is going to be below over here at 63.18. Right now, we may even go into a bit of a range, so we'll see. Downtrend happening here on oil. So again, this one you want to short here, right at about 64.52. If we can't break above it, if we do find the support again, you can see it coming in right here at 63.91 as support. So we'll look out for those two levels below 63.91. Look for the rejection as it comes back into it, and then a continuation of that downward trend above this level of 64.52. Again, we're going to look for that to pop up, retest as support, and continue to our next level of 64.98. So we'll see what actually takes place in these markets. Going to be a lot of opportunity, a lot of movement, and let's go ahead and get into trading team.